This is the ball core and this is the RS3M. Presenting to you the Super RS3M ball core. In this video, I'll be giving you my brutally honest take on the Super RS3M. But wait, this cube has a major problem that we need to talk about, and why you shouldn't buy the Super RS3M ball core. This is the Super RS3M ball core. The packaging is pretty much the same as the previous RS3M. You get an accessory box with tensioning tool and pamphlets, and the cube which comes with. Moyu Skewb stands similar to the GTS3M. This is a budget cube, so you can't really expect much from like other flagships. Before we move on, make sure to hit the subscribe and like buttons because things are just about to start. The cuber-friendly price. At only $20, you get to experience a cube which is both ball core and maglev. Being a mid-range cube, this cube uses the maglev technology and magnetic core, which is a current hype now in the cubing market. So a $20 cube and getting both this feature, I think it's quite worthy, especially for those who haven't tried or experienced a combination of ball core and maglev tech. This is not so heavyweight. In my previous video, I mentioned that the cube is extremely heavy just by looking at the specs stated by Moyu. So it was one of my concerns when I ordered the cube. However, it's not true, as I don't think it's as heavy as you think it would be. I feel that this cube is still light and doesn't even affect my solves. I mean, why not? If you can do a 4x4 average of 100, then this shouldn't be a problem too. Well, old is gold adjustment system. The cube has no view feature or any complicated tensioning system. You get a screwdriver to adjust the length of the screw and an adjustment tool to adjust the dual adjustment system, which comes with 9 different settings. Being said that, this is an old technology Moyu has been using for the past 3 to 4 years. Hope Moyu will come up with something easy and convenient in the future. Anyhow, the tensioning system is the Super RS3M, is not troublesome from what I initially thought after being used to the Tornado V3M. Plus, it's way easier to tension than the Gone 13 maglev. The reasonable magnetic strength. If you've tried the Yushin Little Magic M, the feeling is almost the same. If not, let me explain. The magnet is slightly more on the stronger side and is a bit overpowering, but with the speed of your turn, it doesn't really feel much. So one word to explain this is clicky. Yes, it's between snappy feeling of the Tengyun V2M and close to the clickiness of Yushin Little Magic M. Another point to mention is that this is a budget cube, so magnet adjustment system is not included in this cube, which means you have only one option for the magnetic setting. The fantastic maglev. In my opinion, the maglev is really a plus point for this cube. The maglev really makes the turn slightly faster than its predecessor, so the additional maglev is really just a plus point for this cube. It has definitely improved the cube. The sad exterior. It has a matte finish just like the Tornado V3M, but slightly more on the matte side. The color scheme on the cube looks great too. However, the problem I experience is the matte finish on the cube made the cube a little hard to solve, and it often feels that I'm losing grip whenever I do solves on the Super RS3M. That's the only reason why I really don't like buying the matte version of any cube. So if you think you're used to the matte texture, then this you can always get the Super RS3M. The super performance and feel. The performance of the Super RS3M is really outstanding. The feel has a slight paper-like feeling, and I can easily tell you that this cube is basically just a better version of the previous cube RS3M 2021. The Super RS3M corner cutting is pretty good in the sense that it does a normal forward and reverse cutting. The good thing is, it's faster than the previous cube. Not to mention this cube is stable, and the combination of all the new features in this cube makes it so much better. Not to forget, the cube is also a bit blocky, which I really like for my turning style. The additional features like the maglev really lifts the cube up, just bringing this budget cube to a whole new level. Now, after playing around with this cube, I noticed that this cube has some major problems, which will make you think before you buy them. The auto alignment that doesn't work. The unique thing about the ball core is that it has magnets, which is placed inside the ball core, not revealing the magnets like other magnetic core, which I thought should be a good thing and really thought it's super nice. But it turned out to be different. I realized that this cube is not doing auto alignment at all, not even half as much as Moyu claimed it to be. So I decided to disassemble the cube to see what's the problem for myself. This is where things got strange. What I saw was totally heartbreaking. The ball core was literally cracked like an eggshell. After some research, I realized not only me, but many of them who bought the cube had similar problem. Not sure what was the reason that the ball core is cracking, but this is definitely something serious that Moyu has to really take a look into. So conclusion, overall I don't think that you should really get this cube. And here I'm talking about the ball core version everyone were anticipating.
I scammed you, man.
If you ask me which version to take, definitely take the maglev version. This is due to the fact that the core is cracking and not sure if this cube will even last. Knowing all these facts, the cube is stable and has all the good quality. But will I recommend this cube? The answer is yes, but not the ball core version. This is because you're literally paying extra for a non-functional and defected ball core, and I don't think it's worth the money. If you're going to buy another cube which is going to cost double and equal to a Tornado V3M, then might as well get the Tornado. With that being said, this is my honest opinion on this cube. I think we should all wait for Moyu to explain and come up with some solution for this major problem. So my suggestion is to get the maglev version since the ball core doesn't make any difference in terms of auto alignment. So that's all from me. If you like this video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Ciao.